There's not much you feel you need to do when you're in nature. There is no urgency. And when there's a disconnection between nature's rhythm and flow with your inner world, your mental activity, your emotional activity, the way you feel in your body, if there is disconnect, you feel it more. It becomes louder. And that's why many people, especially when they are used to fast rhythm, they find it hard to calm themselves down in natural environments or in quiet environments. You need to give it some time, but eventually both energies will align and nature will help you bring your own system in balance. For me, it's essential that I am close to nature. Trees, green, birds, this calmness, this stillness. It's healing. I grew up close to nature. My grandparents were farmers. So I grew up next to natural environments, in natural environments. So I guess it's part of me. But I do see its healing and feel its healing effect, at least on me. We're all part of nature, anyway. We just somehow forget that this is an essential and crucial part of us. And when you align your inner world with nature's flow and rhythm, everything seems so much easier. A mosquito here to remind me that I'm not that calm after all. Not as much as I'd like to think. It still bothers me that it's flying around me. Okay. It's also fine. In our world, it's not possible to be Zen 24/7. But you can reach that point more often than not. You can find your inner calm, your inner sense of safety. And you can find that when you connect the gap between who you think you should be with who you are. And for a few lucky ones, this gap was never created, or it was created a bit and then they could easily bridge it. But for most of us, it's a real thing. And for some, it seems like a huge obstacle, a huge gap that it will take lifetimes to bridge and cover and overcome. But that doesn't mean that it isn't worth trying, right? It isn't worth taking the steps towards finding your true voice, finding your own voice, knowing who you are, what you really want, how you want to live your life. These are essential questions. These are essential for your well-being. No matter how many yoga classes you take, how many time in nature you spend, if you don't ask these questions to yourself, if you don't try to find the answers for you, if you don't explore your beliefs, if you don't explore your thoughts, your emotions, what's happening in here? Why do I believe what I believe? Do I want to still believe that? We just say so many things and take them for granted, and we just think they are normal, but it's just the way we've learned them or heard from someone else, or we've perhaps even created or find them to be true for us. But still they hinder us, they still create kind of limitation for us. And if that's the case, when that's the case, we owe to ourselves to take a step back and question those beliefs and those narratives and say, okay, is this actually true for me, or do I choose it to be true for me? Because that's the power. You can choose what to believe. Whether you believe you're worthy of something or not, in both cases you're right? So, because if that's what you believe, who am I to tell you it's not true? If it's true for you, it's true for you. And that's your reality, and that's the way you experience things. So our beliefs are really crucial part of how we live our lives and how we experience our lives, essentially. And when you're finding that something is not working for you, usually it's somewhere a belief that says, yeah, that's not possible for me, or I cannot have that because, or yeah, this is how life is. Yet we are billions of people on this planet, and not two single persons have exactly the same life experience. Why is that? If everything was a certain way, or everything had to be true for everyone, or yeah, okay. So there's a lot of power, and there's a lot of choice. There's a lot of more choice. That's what makes a human being and not a human creature. I heard that recently somewhere. What's the difference between a human creature and a human being? I think it was a yogi named Sadhguru that said that, if I'm not mistaken. It said the human creature is essentially someone that just goes through life feeling helpless, feeling a victim of circumstances, feeling like, oh, this is how things are. Nothing I can do about it. I'm just going along. But a human being is someone that knows how to be. Is someone that knows that no matter what happens out there, they can create their inner world in alignment with their own values and their own way of preferred way of living, and that will create a wonderful experience for them in the end. Where we put our focus matters. What we believe matters. And we can choose what to believe, and we can choose where our focus should be. So take a few deep breaths, reset, and choose to focus on the positive things in your life and see what happens for yourself. Have a great day.